crashing through the lies and disinformation. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
The way Priebus gets you to quit is he says the president wants you to quit, then stampedes you into it. And Trump's basically come out twice now and signaled that's what happened. But finishing up with this one deal where he was talking to one of the reporters who makes a joke at the end because he just appointed this new secretary, the last name Acosta or Custa, and then he says, I better check the other guy's background because your name is that. It's a funny joke. But here he is finishing up, tearing up CNN.
That's for sure. But I'm having a good time. Tomorrow they will say, Donald Trump rants and raves at the press. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm just telling you, you're dishonest people. But I'm not ranting and raving. I love this. I'm having a good time doing it. But tomorrow the headlines are going to be, Donald Trump rants and raves. I'm not ranting and raving. Go ahead.
Just one more follow-up.
Should I let him have a little bit more? What do you think, Peter? Peter, should I let him have a little bit more? Sit down. Sit down.
Just because of the attack of fake news and attacking our network, I just want to ask you, sir.
I'm changing it from fake news, though.
Doesn't that undermine?
Very fake news.
I know, but aren't you?
Very fake.
Go ahead.
Real news, Mr. President. Real news.
And you're not related to our new...
I am not related, sir, no. I do like the sound of Secretary Acosta, I must say.
I looked at that name. I said, wait a minute. Is there any relation there? Alex Acosta.
I'm sure you checked that out, sir.
No, I checked it. They said, no, sir. I said, do me a favor. Go back and check the family tree.
So there you go. He tries to charm these snakes, but it doesn't matter. They've got orders to go in and take him down. Do we have Anthony Cumia here with us? I want to bring him in on his own hour. I appreciate him co-hosting every few weeks here on the show. Enjoyed doing his broadcast the other day. I was pretty wound up by the time I got on his show. People were like, man, you need some Prozac, Alex. But I'm really pissed. I mean, you see communists beating up women everywhere. Communists are like attacking cat sanctuaries in Austin. I'm not kidding. And the left goes, well, it is a white-owned cat sanctuary, and it's whites attacking it. And, I mean, it's so crazy now that I'm starting to go crazy myself, and I just wonder where all this is going. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for TV viewers. I'm literally brain sucking.
There you are. Oh, wow. I'm all over the place.
Hey, what's coming up today as you transmit worldwide, my friend?
Oh, man. Obviously, the Flynn situation and how the media has just spun this around. The immigration thing. I guess today is a day without immigrants. I guess that's it. They perpetually leave out the word illegal. I really...
Exactly. Everything's a deception. Like, everyone's against immigrants. No, we're not. We just don't want rapists coming in and being let loose.
And for some reason, that's a problem. I can't understand why they have a problem with strong borders, strong military, jobs being back here in the United States, and they just give misinformation about all of these things to try to make Trump look like such a bad guy, make his supporters look like the Nazis that they're calling everyone.
But the good news is I'm out of here in a minute. You're going to take over, and I'll be listening. So work around the office, Anthony Cumia. Let me ask you this question. His approval rating keeps exploding upwards in every poll, and those are even cooked polls. So what does that signify?
It signifies that the people that matter, the American people, are all for what he's doing. They want a strong country. They want law and order. Just the other day, a 6-year-old kid, I guess, shot in the head in Chicago due to gang violence. That just is supposed to go on, and no one's supposed to say anything about it. And then if Trump says something about it, for some reason, that's race baiting or something. He wants to solve some of the biggest problems we've had in this country, and they keep throwing speed bumps and roadblocks in his way. For what reason? I have no idea. They're insane. They don't want to relinquish any of the power that they've built up over the years by lying to the American people. It's beyond me.
Exactly. It's a disconnected power trip. The answer is, in the same press conference, I keep harping on this last week, Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters thought Bush was still in office, and they thought that Russia had invaded Korea, and they didn't know what Aleppo was. They're just a bunch of weird, centered, spoiled creatures that just think they own us, and guess what? They don't. Everywhere nationalism's exploding. Anthony Cumia takes over after this break.
All right. Anthony Cumia in for Infowars.com. Wow. Every time I do this show, I love doing it. Love doing Infowars. But after my previous show, I think, my God, what am I going to talk about next time I'm on? And they just keep coming up with new stuff. It's so blatantly obvious that the left, which is the media, and the media, celebrities, the Hollywood elite, they are constantly throwing temper tantrums and throwing roadblocks in the way of what the president wants to do. President Donald Trump, by the way, in case they need a constant reminder that he is indeed your president. Not my president. Really? Where do you live? In the United States? He's your president. Enough with the drama. And they really do love drama. Boy, you'd think that stereotype that the drama club and drama class in school years ago was like, oh, they're all just drama queens, all of them. They grew up to remain the drama queens, the liberal thoughts, the everything is a catastrophe, the sky is falling because what? Laws are being enforced, rules that have been in place for a while are being enforced. Is that a problem? Apparently it is, because today, my goodness, today is a day without immigrants. My God, how will we function? How are we going to function? Oh, I have Mr. Garrett Rodriguez in the booth. John is in here. John Pedro Morales is also in the booth. They showed up for work. Two of my favorite Hispanic engineers. These things never work. They're just another one of these liberal things that they love the drama, like I was just saying, and they want to make a scene. They love being seen and being part of something that they think is noble. So they've dubbed this day a day without immigrants. Now, first of all, right from the start, let's get this straight. When the hell did Trump say anything negative about legal immigrants coming into this country? From what I recall, everything he said about immigration and legal immigrants that go through the system and come to this country and assimilate, they raise families, they work, they pay taxes, just like every other American. You know why? Because they are now Americans. That's how it works. I've never heard him speak ill will of any immigrant group that was coming here to this country. Now, that does not include illegal aliens. Yes, I still like the term alien. I like it. Reminds me of one of my favorite movies of the same name, Alien. But it's illegal alien or refugees who just get this free pass over anybody that's actually going through the system. I know it's quite an arduous system to get into the United States legally, as well it should be. This is a damn fine place to be in the world. If you gaze around this globe of ours, you'll see a lot of places that are crap holes. People dying of starvation in 2017. They don't have the knowledge, or they are under some dictator's thumb that keep them from getting the very basics in life: food, water, things like that. America, no one is dying of dehydration. No one is starving. Are there malnutrition? Are there kids with malnutrition and people who go hungry? Yes, that's a shame. But I'll tell you what, no one is dying in the streets from starvation in an amazing country of over 300 million. That's astounding. So yes, it shouldn't be easy to come to such an amazing place like the United States of America. So to get here legally does take some work. Why should people bypass that whole process and without even knowing what their intent is once they get here? To undermine this wonderful system? To do bodily harm to the people that are here legally and were born here as Americans? Is that it? So it should be tough. But the thing they leave out on a day without immigrants is illegal. The word illegal. It is a calculated move on the part of the left and the media and whatever the hell their end game is on this whole thing to deceive the people of this country. And who are they deceiving? Yes, the simple-minded, the people that will not do the research, that forget words like illegal, and think that Donald Trump wants to get rid of immigrants and immigration. When if you look at anything he said, he's never indicated that. So they're having a day where immigrants, and I don't know why it's all immigrants. Haven't they been treated just fine here? They've been given these amazing opportunities that this country offers when they've come from wherever they were running from. And they come here, and now they're going to join in a protest by not showing up for work or to purchase things on this day without immigrants. To support what? Breaking the law. You are supporting a crime. To come here, to cross into the United States over the borders without permission and without documentation, even to visit without documentation, or to live here completely illegally as an illegal alien is a crime. It's a crime. Why don't we have people stay home to support bank robbery, which I love calling undocumented withdrawal. It's an undocumented bank transaction. That's all I did. I wasn't robbing the bank when I took that money. I was making a withdrawal just without the proper documentation that it would have taken to withdraw that cash. So when you're protesting the fact that illegal aliens are not just being allowed to cross the borders and stay in this amazing nation of ours, you're supporting crime. Why would you do that? Why on earth would you do that? I'll tell you why. Because you're stupid and you're being misled by the media and you're just falling for it because they insist on leaving out a key word, illegal. That's it. Why would they leave it out? Why would you leave out the most important word in immigration? Illegal immigration and immigration are on opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm astounded there isn't more outrage at the media because of this. They're lying to you. And oh man, do I love watching Donald Trump toy with these media stars. Started out, I gather, they were supposed to be our eyes and ears, the media, keeping tabs on the government and what have you, giving us the information we need to be an informed populace of this country. Now they've turned into prima donnas and pseudo-celebrities that get so upset when they are called to task because they are part of the elite now. When Donald Trump stands at that podium, as we saw earlier, and lambasts them for lying, I couldn't be happier. When he chooses journalists that are more sympathetic to his cause. Now, this on the outside might look dangerous and almost dictatorly of a leader, but it's payback for the garbage they have been pumping out for decades, by the way, not just for the year and a half that Donald Trump was running his campaign, and has in the time he's become president. They have been feeding us garbage for decades for an agenda, for their leftist agenda. And to see an elected official like Donald Trump, the president of the United States now, call them to task on it, toy with them, watch them get so upset that they're not getting picked. Remember the kid in school that knew all the answers and would raise his hand? Oh, pick me. I want to look so smart in front of my class. And how upset they got when the teacher wouldn't pick them. And they went, oh, me too. Oh, they'd get all upset. That's how they're acting. Like the children that them and the people that buy their garbage are on a daily basis, like children. We'll hit on this a little more, and of course, celebrities. I love Caveman, the ultimate new paleo formulation by InfoWars Life. Our modern society has lost virtually all of the ancient traditions and practices that our ancestors so greatly valued for thousands of years. One such practice goes all the way back to the dawn of man, cooking meat over fire and simmering down the bones into a broth. Today we call it bone broth. And for thousands of years, our ancestors enjoyed its benefits before it became lost to our modern diets of processed junk. Introducing Caveman by InfoWars Life, the ultimate in true paleo nutrition with bone broth. What is that? Turmeric root, shaga mushroom, and 7 total primal superfoods in a single great tasting formula. The unique formulation behind Caveman combines cutting-edge nutraceutical science and ancient nutrition to increase potency and maximize benefits. High-quality bone broth helps support healthy muscles and connective tissue with the active compounds in turmeric. They do battle on a cellular level. I'm talking cellular. And help fight free radicals. Collagen works to aid healthy tendons, ligaments, and muscle tissue. These are just a few of the superfood ingredients found in the new Caveman True Paleo formula, now exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Find out what you've been missing. Secure your supply of Caveman at InfoWarsLife.com today. That's InfoWarsLife.com. Oh, yeah. Caveman. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we're celebrating today. We're celebrating the Day Without Immigrants. I'll tell you what, I live in New York City. I'm out of New York City. And one of the most liberal garbage pails you could live in. I hate it. I can't wait till I could retire and move somewhere. Maybe I'll be Alex Jones' neighbor or something. Move down there to Texas, where I could exercise a lot of the rights that I cannot exercise here in New York. The good old Second Amendment, it's gone here in New York. Gone. But I live here, so you would think there would be a lot of people sympathetic to the Day Without Immigrants. I took what they call the Long Island Railroad in today. It was beautiful. It wasn't that crowded. I didn't have to listen to people yelling on cell phones just a mile a minute, not shutting up. It was fantastic. I get into Penn Station, one of the most crowded hubs of transportation in the country, and all the stores are open. I saw the Starbucks and all the other places, workers in there. So, I don't know. This was supposed to, and here's a quote from organizers, "Without us, your country is paralyzed." Paralyzed. Anytime a group does this, we're not coming out to play day, which is pretty much it. You want to come out? No, I'm staying inside today. You're not going to have the enjoyment of having me out there. Again, very childlike, of course. But they said, here's what they wanted to do. Don't attend work. Don't open up your business. Do not shop online or in stores. Don't even do that. Don't eat at restaurants. Don't buy gas. Don't buy gasoline. Just sit in your car till tomorrow if you run out of gas. Do not attend class. That's good. That's a good thing to do. Don't go to school. Skip school. And don't send your children to school. First of all, this just sounds like a day. This sounds like any day in the ranks of illegal immigrants that could possibly be on the government till. That does just sound like no school, no work, don't buy gas. Doesn't mean you can't siphon it out of someone's tank, though. Hey, you never know. I'm just giving them options. That's all. And Donald Trump says the crackdown on illegal criminals is merely keeping of my campaign promises. Gang members, drug dealers, and others are being removed. Why is that a problem? Again, I don't know. I love asking Alex about these things, what the end game is, because he knows how to delve in and find out what the motives are here, because it just seems so absolutely insane that people want this. It's beyond Orwellian. It's beyond anything George Orwell could have possibly thought of when he wrote 1984 way back when. Going to take a quick break. We'll be back in moments. Don't go anywhere. Infowars.com. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Alex Jones Show. Anthony Cumia in for Infowars.com. One of my favorite things to do on a daily basis is see what the celebrities are saying. Oh, the celebrities of this country. Just the knowledge that oozes from these people is astounding. The obese Michael Moore is always a great one to check out. His thinking transcends anything with any reason or logic. He's a blithering idiot. These celebrities now are blatantly calling for an overthrow of the United States government. This from a bunch of people that were saying, oh boy, when they knew Hillary Clinton was going to sweep this election and be the president, they were sure that Donald Trump and his supporters would not accept the results of the election and would riot and throw roadblocks in President Hillary Clinton's way, so she could not accomplish anything. And if Trump wouldn't accept the results, it was un-American and a blow to our own democracy, and blah, blah, blah. They went on and on about this because they were positive. Because of, again, the lying media, they were positive Hillary was going to win. Well, we all know how that ended up, didn't we? Donald Trump is the president of the United States. And what is the left and the celebrities and the Democrats and the press? What have they done? Non-stop crying. Non-stop. And to the people that aren't in that group, they understand. It's like being seated, you're on a flight to Australia, and you're seated next to crying babies. Imagine that. That's how we feel when we have to hear this crap coming out of the left and the media, and of course, the celebrities, Hollywood. Michael Moore is saying that Donald Trump has to remove himself from office. Has to remove himself from office because of all these allegations of communications with Russia. Russia is the thing. Russia's the big problem. They have influenced everything we've done here. The election, they're the ones that have leaked all that information about the Democrats, the DNC, Hillary Clinton, like everybody. And so now if you follow the chain of events, here's something that the left hates to do. Work it through. That's the thing. Work it through. See, all right, if that step goes, now what happens next and next? Work the whole thing through until you come to your solution. Well, Mike Pence, the vice president, would become the president of the United States. You might remember a little episode called Watergate, where Richard Milhouse Nixon had to resign his presidency. Well, Gerald Ford was vice president at the time. He becomes president. Not in Michael Moore's world. That's still bad. They don't like that either. They don't like Mike Pence. So Pence, according to Michael Moore, cannot be president because he was elected under the same fraud and treason as Donald Trump was. So here's his suggestion. And I don't know where he pulled this out of. Although he's got ample room in that behind, maybe that's where he got this from. The Supreme Court has to decide based on, yes, the winner of the popular vote, who, of course, was Hillary Rodham Clinton. If you believe that she won the popular vote, because according to the left and media, Democrats, Michael Moore, celebrities, they have no doubt that no improprieties happened during the election. No illegals voted, even though the president himself went on television and said, hey, if you're illegal, you got illegals in your family or whatever, you go vote. Don't you sweat it. No one's going to come after you. I remember that. I remember that spot. So he thinks that could be done. And if worse comes to worse and that can't be done, a whole new election. Just a whole new election. This is trying to overthrow a legally elected president of the United States. They keep doing this. Who's that? Sally Cohen? Is that one that's on MSNBC or something? Another one of these androgynous, I can check 8 different sexualities on whatever form I'm filling out women, allegedly. Can I say alleged woman? An alleged woman, Sally Cohn or Cohn, she had a whole list that she tweeted out about removing the president of the United States and putting somehow, I don't know how they get this, that Hillary Clinton ends up in office. I really don't understand that. I actually thought I saw Bill and Hillary on the mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead. I was just watching that. I swear I thought I saw Bill take a crossbow bolt to the head, and I think Hillary's head got cut off because they were walking toward Rick. I think. Would you stop with the Clintons already? Your ideas are ludicrous at any level. But the second I look at the end of your lists and Hillary Rodham Clinton is a president again, or a president, you're out of your minds. You're crazy enough, but that's real craziness. So knock that off. And then we have the Sarah Silvermans and Judd Apatow, who I adore reading their tweets. If you want a little, sometimes I like seeing what works better, my Tums or my Tagamet for agita and indigestion. So I'll eat something, and then I'll read Judd Apatow's tweets and Sarah Silverman's tweets. And then I'll take some and see which works better to get my raging indigestion and agita out of the way. Because they're infuriating. Again, calling for the expulsion of Donald Trump, our president. regardless of how you feel about it. I don't know. Madonna's another one. Bette Midler, Cher. These are the people that are speaking to the general population, the serfs, the peasants. They're the ones in the know that have the experience of working for a living. Look, I adore the job I have in broadcasting these days. But truth be told, until I was in my mid-30s, I was in construction. I worked construction. And it was tough. It was a real job where you worked. You were tired when you were done. You made lousy money doing it. And then you tried to figure out how to work paycheck to paycheck and pay your bills and be a contributing member of society. Well, I guess Madonna can tell us how that's done. She could tell us what that's like as she was rolling around on a floor in a wedding dress when she was the age most people are starting their first jobs. Why are people giving them any credence? And the media loves spilling what they're saying because it fits, again, their crappy BS agenda that they're following. The end game, I'm starting to figure it out. I listen to Alex. I go to some of the alternative news sources. They love being in charge. And look, who can fault somebody for wanting to be in charge? The left has been in charge for quite a few years. And if you look at the Bush presidency as compared to what Trump wants to do, he might as well have been a Democrat also. I mean, just another politician. We've been so conditioned to think that the political parties are Republican and Democrat, and they have these vast ideological differences. No. Trump is showing everybody that they are all the same. And when you see some of these Republicans coming out against some of the policies Trump wants to put in place, like a strong military, strong borders, jobs back here in this country, national pride, something as simple as remember when Ronald Reagan brought national pride back to this country? These are some of the things that even some Republicans are scoffing at. And then you realize, oh, okay, the politicians in this country have always been about power, staying in power, and ruling the people. Don't work for us. Just stop. The second you think the government works for you, try cutting down a tree in your yard and going through it legally, where you have to get permits and inspectors and you're paying people. And then think about it. Go, they work for us. Who is the us that wanted this? Did my neighbor go to his politician and go, yeah, I want to pay you a bunch of money when I want to cut a tree down in my yard? When you think they're working for you, try going out and shooting a rabbit for dinner. Just go out. You see a rabbit in the bushes in your house? Go shoot it. Shoot it, bring it in your house, skin it, cook it, and feed it to your family. Woo! Woo! Police, open the door. What happened? Well, you shot a rabbit. It was in my yard. I'm feeding my family. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Who said I can't provide for my family on my own property? Discharge of firearms in city limits prohibited. Who said that? Oh, you did. You're working for me. But I don't want that. So they're not working for you. It's a great idea. It's so idealistic. They're not working for you. You are ruled by them. And our job is to keep their power base at a minimum. Their job is to regulate every single thing you do. And Donald Trump comes in and, oh my God, talk about upsetting an apple cart on both sides. Because Republicans and Democrats just want to rule you. So he comes in with these ideas going, let's give power back to the people. Let's bring jobs back. Let's bring individuality back. We're not this giant group that fits on this globe with other groups that interlock like puzzle pieces. We are unique. I'm proud to be unique and be an American, because this was supposed to be about liberty and freedoms for individuals. You as a country, the government, as the United States government, is supposed to do nothing but give us the opportunities and guarantee us the rights that we have as Americans. Not tell me I can't cut a tree down in my yard without paying 15 different people to do it and getting variances and filling out things, because I don't know one of my neighbors that went to one politician and asked to please put that in place. So we have to do those things. So you get a guy at the top of the heap, the top of the pyramid, Donald Trump, president of the United States. And he's a guy that believes like Americans believe. I want more freedom. I don't want regulation. I want people to be able to do as they please within the laws. And I'm talking your basic laws that most people could understand, not regulations. And he's upsetting a lot of people because their whole job is to have you firmly pressed under their thumb. And it's they've been doing this balancing act for a while where they make you believe you have all these freedoms and then they rule you. It's a deception. And with Trump in office, it has not been as easy for them to deceive us because the press has been exposed as a bunch of lying sacks, which they are. And politicians have been exposed as people who just want to rule you. It's a dangerous, dangerous place. Whenever a politician tries something truly revolutionary, it does not end well. I really do fear for the president's safety. You talk about the leaks going on in the White House. A lot of information that is supposed to be kept secret is oozing out of the White House and making its way to the media to use as a weapon against the administration. You think that only goes with his employees at the White House? Or we're hearing now from the intelligence community that have issues with Donald Trump leaking information out? You don't think maybe it could go to the Secret Service? Maybe it could go to other various organizations? When you have a media out there that is putting Donald Trump in the same light as Hitler, you don't think there's nuts out there that have this hero complex that believe? Imagine, wow, if I could have killed Hitler before he started World War II, I could have been the savior of the world. You don't think there are nuts out there that if you keep pumping up the idea that Hitler is this evil man who is going to cause horrific torture and injury and wars, that these nuts aren't going to bite on it? They're culpable. The media, celebrities like Michael Moore, the liberal fascist groups that we see beating people in the streets, calling people Nazis. You don't think they're impressionable? They're mentally ill. Take a look at them. Take a look at them on TV. They're mentally ill. And they will eat this stuff up. And mark my words, in the 4 years of a Donald Trump presidency, someone's going to take a pot shot at this guy. Someone's going to take a shot at him, and they'll all be culpable. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Do not go anywhere. Anthony Cumia in for Infowars.com. Super Blue fluoride-free toothpaste. It's back in stock after being sold out for months at InfoWarsLife.com. After being sold out for months, our best-selling Super Blue fluoride-free toothpaste is now back in stores at InfoWarsStore.com. InfoWarsStore.com. Research across the board indicates that the health of your gums can contribute to the development of heart disease and heart attacks. When bacteria infects your gums, it can enter the bloodstream and even contribute to blood clots and heart attacks. My God, brush your teeth. This is why the latest Surgeon General's report on oral health warns that your oral health can have a serious impact on your entire body. Super Blue fluoride-free toothpaste is groundbreaking. A new formula that's loaded with the good halogen iodine instead of the bad halogen fluoride. That's a big difference there. Super Blue contains natural oils and natural ingredients used since biblical times to help wipe out bad bacteria and eliminate bad breath. Man, you didn't want that, like Jesus coming up to you with bad breath, right? Just some of the ingredients in Super Blue chosen by our dental experts and formulation scientists include, and here we go, xylitol, peppermint oil, iodine, nano silver, and more. And due to the request of listeners, we've also created a new bubblegum flavored Super Blue that's spearmint-free and great for children. Get it for the kids. Brush their teeth. Learn more about Super Blue formula and read all about the research at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com. Brush your teeth. Get in there. Brush your teeth. Dateline Canada. I love this story. This is a good one. I guess a Somali man crossed into Canada and just met up with a reporter. Oh, this couldn't have possibly have been staged or anything. A Somali guy was fleeing the United States of America because of Donald Trump and braving the freezing temperatures of Manitoba, Canada. There he is. The reporter was just walking around, and he finds a refugee sitting in the snow. What kind of crap are they trying to sell us? Mohammed, nice to meet you. Did you just cross? Yeah, he just crossed over. Illegally, by the way, into Canada. Wouldn't that be great if they just threw him out? But Canada, hey, please take him. And if more Somalis want to cross over into Canada, I don't have any issue with that. That's fine. But here's the problem I have. They're making this story like they're risking their lives going into Canada from the United States because they could freeze. Don't they all live in, like, Minneapolis? Isn't Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Somali refugee capital of the United States? Let me let you in on something. It's freezing cold in Minneapolis. It's not like it came from the Sonora Desert and then went into the cold. It's freezing in Minnesota. Everyone knows that. And if Somalis can just cross the border and get help, I guess the reporter took him into the vehicle and turned the heater on, and he was able to hang out in there. And I don't know, is he going to stay in Canada? Because Canada, have at it. Have fun. See how that works out for you. Our neighbors to the north, a little too lenient. I love the fact that we have Donald Trump here, and it's scaring people to brave the freezing tundra that is our neighbors to the north. I want to thank again, of course, Alex Jones for having me on. I love doing this for Infowars.com. Every other Thursday, you can catch me again in 2 weeks or at compoundmedia.com for my daily show. But again, thank you, and we'll see you next time.